Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing, man? Welcome to another Truth Hour. Hey, these videos coming out consistent right now, back to back to back. So today's episode is gonna be where we're gonna talk about two main topics. We're gonna talk about Dr. Umar's recent podcast episode on the Joe Budden thing, talking about Eminem and him not being considered the greatest rapper of all time because he can't be the greatest in African culture tradition, which is hip hop, and I agree. And the other thing I'm gonna talk about is that Jeffrey Epstein list that's gonna drop on January the 1st. But let's get to the first. Oh yeah, and then also too, I'm gonna talk about some sports stuff, Lamar Jackson, the Christian McCaffrey nonsense, and just some other miscellaneous stuff. But let me first talk about the main topic that everybody's been talking about, which is the Dr. Umar saying that Eminem is not cannot be considered the GOAT. He can in the African tradition. Can he participate? Yes. Yes. Yeah. We're not denying nobody's participation, but to be the GOAT in our thing, nah. And some of you have been thinking about it now and have been coming up with so many lists. When I look at my list, I put a list together. He ain't even in my top 30. It was insane. I was like, hold on. I was like, wait. Not only is he not in my top 10, then I had to make a full list. I'm like, bro, he ain't even hitting my top 30. Here you go. Here go my list. In no order, but the top couple ones that you already know they're the top. Pac one, Nas, Biggie, Jay Z, Rakim, LL. Who else did I put? Wayne. Um, who else did I have? I had old Wayne, by the way. I had KRS One. Uh, so many. I had Public Enemy on there. I had Scarface. I had UGK. The when Ti had a run. Jeezy, his old run was lit. Easy E, Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent, DMX. My bad, y'all. DMX. I disrespect DMX. Legends like Tribe Called Quest with Q-Tip. They deserve to be on that list. Public Enemy, like I said. People might put Big Daddy Kane because he's a legend. But he wasn't in my list, but he's on the honorable mention. For the old heads, that's for y'all. Um, who else? Who else did I put? I had a whole plethora. I'm forgetting them a lot, but I had a whole list. Oh yeah, J. Cole, Kendrick, Nipsey, Big Sean, Meyer rap. It has to be on there. Meek, Rose. Who else? I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, I put Ludacris on the list because Ludacris had bangers and he can rap and he had bops. Who else? Who else? I already said Easy. Ice Cube. Um, Kanye West. Did you see what I'm saying? I didn't mention Kanye. That's what I'm saying. It's you ain't even however really that is. They ain't even cracking. Like it's not even crack shit. I might even put it in Fresh Prince. I might put Will Smith on that list. Keep playing with me. Yeah, I grew up on that Will Smith. Parents just don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the only one, man. I ain't the only one. Trick Daddy, of course, for the crib. So Trick always gonna be on somebody's list if you for the crib. Um, but yeah, that's the list. That's the list. I got more. I gotta look through my phone because I made a top 30 list and I posted it, and Eminem wasn't even on my top 30. I even had UGK because of Bun and Pimp C, their influence. He ain't even cracking it because it's not influential. Like what my lady was talking about, lose yourself in the moment you want it. You gotta never let it go. That's like what they talk about. That's some white boy hype workout music. What the Rihanna song? And with the voices, like that's a good little bop, but it don't. It's not consistent. And these are overlapping of years. And what we gonna say? I'm the real Sip Shady Priest. Like that was like corny, and like okay, or what I'm saying, the D4L song. These chicks don't even know that my band and all that. That's what I'm saying. It's not hitting. Rap God was a good song, but like I said, it's a one off. Is he lyrical? Yeah. Oh yeah, I put Jada Kiss on the list too. Is he lyrical? Yeah, he can rap. But can he out rap Kiss and all the legends that I named? No, he can't out rap KRS-One. He ain't finna out rap Pac. He not doing DMX. All these legends who wanted to battle him, and he refused to battle these people because they would have mopped the floor and exposed him. You know what I'm saying? And even modern greats like Cole and Kendrick, he not doing it. It's not. He don't got it. He don't have it. He's a legend because they, number one, the white media overhyped him. And at a time when the hip hop game was in the middle of a transition, Biggie and Tupac had died, and so there was that, DMX was coming in, so that 2000s rap he was able to slide in, and then they just put so much hype over him without nothing, honestly, without him basically being garnered and given that, because he wasn't, when all those people were around. DMX had more bop, Luda, Nelly had more hits than him. Like, all these people who were out at that same time, he wasn't it. He never had it. And then when you go later on, Jay had his little run, Jay-Z. Then Kanye came in. Then you had Jeezy, T.I., the Wayne era hit through. So, like, he never, like, when we look at years and eras of, like, oh man, when was it his era, his time? I can't tell you. He has no time. Ja Rule had hits around that time. Hell, you put Ja Rule's bops on Eminem's bops, because Ja Rule had a lot of little bops people was rocking with around that time. So I just feel like it's disrespectful. And Umar is right. It's white supremacy why they even consider him at the top of the thing. He could do half. If he could do half as much as we could do, then that's like, oh damn, he's 80 times greater than any rapper combined. Like, they overhype it, they oversell it, they overvalue it. It's just like the same thing right now in the NFL. Christian McCaffrey is a highlight running back. Brock Purdy it was one more game away when they were losing three in a row when they played right before they played Jacksonville from being benched. And when he played a real team like the Ravens, he got exposed and benched. And then again, when it was MVP versus MVP, it's time to, who's the best player on the field? Who's showing out? Lamar made the plays to break open the game and win the game. McCaffrey would do that. If not, why didn't McCaffrey touch the ball more? If he's that guy, if he's the MVP candidate, they're going to be toting the rock. He's going to have at least 30 to 40 touches. Come on, man. Stop playing with us, man. McCaffrey is a highlight player, bro. He highlights. He gets highlights. It's like he's misdirection. He's smoke and mirrors, because you got to worry about Debo. You got to worry about Kittle. Debo's the number one weapon on offense. I don't care what nobody says. He might be the number one weapon on that entire team. Like I always said in my last video, when Debo was hurt, McCaffrey's numbers dipped and they were losing. That's not an accident. Fuck a Purdy or a McCaffrey. Debo is that offense. You take Debo off that team, they zero it on McCaffrey, they lock it on Kittle, game's over. Debo gives you that extra, oh shit, damn, I can't key in on nobody. So you just let McCaffrey go. So his numbers are misleading. That's why when he was in Carolina, he was the guy, he couldn't take the pounding. What the fuck? Boy, how could you forget? The team was trash. And notice, when the running back ain't a premium, remember before the year, the running back market is trash and they suck. And Saquon made Daniel Jones, but yet couldn't even get the half of his contract, half of his guaranteed money. He made that team get to the playoffs that year, the Giants, and they overachieved and beat the Vikings because of him, because of his attention. And then once that blanket, that cover was taken away, Daniel Jones looks gone. He looked trash. He looked like how he is. But yet, back to the running back market. That running back market was trash or whatever. But yet, McCaffrey gets the highest running back contract in history. Derrick Henry still balling. Saquon was doing his thing last year. He can't get no highest contract. They gave it to the white boy. That's not an accident either, because of the racist NFL, just like the racist music industry. And remember, it's global reality intertwining white supremacy, so it festers through every area of activity. So whether it's sports, music, food, livelihood, movies, military, everything, the entire reality itself. So I just I had to drop that jewel, man. I had to, cause I'm just tired. I'm tired. And I'm glad Umar went on a mainstream platform and dropped that nuclear missile so it could just permeate and explode and have everybody getting their minds back right. Because this is a time usually during after the winter time, I mean after the summer when we come alive. This is the time, fall and winter, is when they run all these bullshit agendas against us to attack us. And it's good that Umar's going so ham and is a good sword to hack through all that white supremacist bullshit, whether it be their bullshit Me Too movement, which is just attack the black man left and right, and destroy him so that then the next thing is destroying the family, and you take out the number one target, which is the protector, which is the man. And that's what they're doing with a media lynching campaign with people like Jonathan Majors and uh, other innocent people like Cuba Gooding Jr. as well. Now, Diddy shit is different. Diddy is guilty. TD Jakes is guilty. But these people are going to be held over everybody's head like a Damocles sword, so that you can hide from what I'm about to talk about next, which is the transition. See how I transition that? Which is the Epstein list that's coming out on January the 1st. They need this Diddy thing and all these other bootleg henchmen who are part of this international decadent demonic pedo satanist ring to take the fall and be the main arbiter. Like, hey, see, no, don't look at the power elite white Anglo-Saxon master race and Jewish master god consortium. Look at these lowly niggers right here. Look, it's just like Birth of a Nation, the original one. See, Birth of a Nation, those ooga booga niggers were coming after sweet innocent Becky and other Caucasian adjacents, like a Cassie who's Spanish. So, or like a TD Jakes and his decadency, his ungodliness. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same shit. It's the same shit to take the fall from masters uh, acts and deviousness. Because they've seen this. First person who should be getting exposed is Bill Gates. Next is all the royal elites, and everybody else who's part of this international ruling class, Anglo-American ruling class, whatever they call themselves. I don't care to even give them their name or whatever, bro. Whatever you call yourself, I call y'all the demonic, decadent, 1% asshole, demonic, degenerate class that's about to lose. Y'all about to lose. The universe is already bestowed. It's over. I want to let y'all know that shit. I want to let it be known throughout the heavens. You are going to lose. It's time for Mayat to be restored. That's what's about to happen. The universal truths. You know what I'm saying? You can't stop. You can't stop time. You can't stop energy. You can try to manipulate and delay, but the delay time is over, man. We're in the age of Aquarius. Everything that was hidden is now free, and everybody gonna know the truth, and things are going to change for the better. That's why when I hear all these pundits and people who have a platform and all their pessimism and all their very malign talk when it comes to black people being able to do and push whatever we will, I just look at them like a sad joke. Like, y'all boys, y'all don't believe because y'all don't believe in yourselves enough. Yeah, you believe in yourselves to manipulate and do whatever or talk a little bit, but when it comes to, if you were really that strong, you will be able to transform, influence, set people to do what they do, accept what you say or what you do as fact, and do what you say and what you are pushing forward as fact. That's the basis of power. Power is the ability to influence others. It's define oneself and make everybody else accept it. It's time to define ourselves and define our people, and then make our people and everybody else accept it. And that's where our rise comes in at. We're taking over. We are the ancient Kemetic people of the past. We are the foundation of Black Americans. We are everything in one, and then some. We're the rightful rulers of the planet. We're the meiotic beings. We are at the top echelon. We are African from God's soul. That's where everyone says Africa. That's why I'm foundational Black American, but I am also African. I am from God, so I don't deny like African heritage. I ain't no damn MAGA coon or Jesse Lee Peters. I don't have an afro. I have an Amerifro. That's why like I said before, I'm not gonna throw away the master teachers like Dr. Amos Wilson, Dr. Khalid Muhammad, John Henry Clark, all the people who taught me shit. Now, do we need to have our own effing group and speak on it? Because when it comes to reparations and when it comes to gatekeeping our culture and not being taken over, absolutely. The fuck? Everybody else does it, but everybody else does it and calls us, and everybody else already does it. They already have a differentiation. It's just negative. We put a spin and made it positive, which I'm so proud of and grateful for. But I'm not going to deny that we are also as well the true Africans. We embody that spirit, that ancient Kemetic energy that these other people don't embody. That's why when we were fighting and during our civil rights movement, we fought for everybody because we saw everybody as family. That's the African energy. We embody that. That's why when we get our shit together here, we're taking that bitch on the road and we take it over the motherland too. Because we gotta stop all that bullshit over there. Because we shouldn't allow no imperialistic assholes, China, Russia, the UK, the European powers, the USA, Africa, whoever else, the Arabs, petty nation states and all that shit. Nobody, Israel, nobody should be a damn dominion oppressor over the motherland. The motherland should be free. People should be returned back to their Maiatic spirit, not this tribal bullshit that they've been on for far too long. And that's real. But I digress. It's time to go back to the Epstein list. This Epstein list, once it drops, is going to expose a lot of shit. All these people, Bill Gates. That's another reason now people don't understand why this COVID thing even dropped in the first place, because that list was about to hit and all these people, the whole entire ruling class was about to get taken down in 2019 and 2020, and they had to reset everything because we weren't going along with the get along. You know what I'm saying? Their little Trojan horse candidate Kamala didn't work. Trump was doing shit that he was supposed to, and he's also on the list. Who else? China wasn't about going along with the get along, so they had to reset the world. But it only delayed it, and now in 2024, the shit finna kabloom and blow up all in their face, and it's gonna be a whole new world, man. The entire ruling class is going to be taken down, and a new world is going to be birthed. And it's not going to be the Chinese world, the new Asian world, Chinese world, or whatever, the new Sino-Anglo bloc or whatever, when Britain and China are trying to join forces to be the new imperialistic assholes on the block. It's not going to be a new U.S. imperial age, a new Russian imperial age, a new Arab state imperial age, a new Israeli imperial, whatever, a new European conquest, whatever, the Latin world order. It's not going to be none of that dumbass shit. It's going to be returned back to the originals, to those who embody that Kemetic energy, that Kemetic spirit, that Maiatic spirit, them values, that universal truths. And those are I guess what they say, the 144 black people, and those who are in line with that foundational Black American spirit and energy, aka the ancient Kemetic spirit and energy. That's just facts. This is what it is. That's what everything's returning to. That's why everybody's freaking out. If you hear it on TV, everybody's every day, everything's going to hell. It means their world is coming down, and the new heaven is rising. It's going to be a new heaven on earth for those that embody that Maiatic spirit, because justice is being served. Ma'at equals justice. What is justice? As the good brother Dr. Khalid Muhammad taught me when I learned from him, vis-a-vis videos and all of that. Justice is the reward for good and the punishment for evil. Evil is about to be taken down. Good is about to arise. Y'all boys get ready for it. And no need to be pessimistic, because like I say every time on these videos, we haven't even got it started yet. And when we get started, you're going to see the heavens open up. That momentum is going to be foolproof. Do we need to protect ourselves? Hell yeah. Do we need to provide for ourselves? Hell yeah. But if we keep moving forward, we have no other choice but we'll end up at the finish line. And the finish line is a brand new heaven for those who it has been ordained to. It's ours. It belongs to us. We're the ones who built this nation, the ones who built the world. Our ancestral lineage, bloodline, traces back to the greatest civilization of all time. That's why our language is called what? Tut language. King Tut, Kemet. Oh shit, damn. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Boy, that boy spitting down. That boy spitting holy truths right now, boy. It's coming from the soul, boy. I can't even make it up. It's so real. So it's just it's our time now, man. It's our time. That's why I love making these videos. Even if I get one or two viewings or whatever, I know that sooner or later the whole world gonna know this shit. The whole world gonna know my name. The whole world gonna fuck with it. The whole world gonna be like, this is the guy. That's that guy. That's him, the leader. That's the guy who's going to transform it all. That's the guy who's going to make sure that everybody's provided for, everybody's protected, who's on code. You know what I'm saying? I ain't protecting evil. I ain't protecting people who don't mind a whole group of people being genocided against. Nah, we're finna protect those who are good. The coons, the sellouts, all the buffer class groups who are on code with our genocide and our campaign, y'all finna go the way of like I said, meiotic justice. But everybody else who's been good, who's steadfast, who just wants to see things get better, it's already been ordained, man. We just need to come into 2024 and beyond with a new energy, man. No more pessimism, time for optimism. No more sitting back, time for standing up and moving forward. No more just speaking about it. It's time to do. We've had master teachers already give us the blueprint 10 times over. Amos Wilson, Claude Anderson, Dr. Irvin Serta, Dr. John Henry Clark. It's so many doctors, Dr. Francis Chris Wilson. It's too many. You know what I'm saying? Naeem Akbar. It's so many, man. That's it, Dr. Khalid Muhammad. So many, man. So many who have already laid that foundation, who have already laid that truth and we just need to pick up and move forward. Because we're on the last level. If y'all don't know this, y'all gotta know the first level, we got our slavery. Second level, we defeated Jim Crow, the formal Jim Crow. We know this is a new covert Jim Crow. We understand, but now this is the last level. This is the last stand. This is why the crackers are every day. Oh, we gotta circle the wagons. The Rahowa's coming. We gotta get this last Rahowa. That's why they're making a Hail Mary play for Trump to get in, so they can create a neo-Nazi, white supremacist enclave state where they can indemnify the police to just shoot niggas on sight and have your next door cracker neighbor kill and rape a little baby and nothing happens. He gets a gold medal and a star and probably get a $3,000 bonus for some shit like that. But hell no. This is why we need to be steadfast. This is why we need to be standing, fighting, speaking out, standing out, organizing, coming together, and making sure that shit don't happen. Making sure that this new dark age that they're trying to create is over. It's time for us to have a new renaissance, a new rebirth of universal truth, a new rebirth of greatness, and a new rebirth of just the highest spiritual heights, the highest meiotic truths, and we can do it. And it's our time. It's our time. It's our time. And I'm grateful for this Jeffrey Epstein that's coming out, because these people need to be taken down. I'm tired of this decadent 1% ruling class who destroyed the world economy in '08 and then redestroyed it again, but then got bailed out during the corona pandemic bullshit when they basically put the whole world on shutdown and they got bailed out, but nobody else said anything when it happened. But yet when black people want to get racist, everybody's talking about no, they're against it. Fuck you. If you ain't against these people who are taking trillions and ain't saying shit about it, illegally have to destroy the whole economy and have everybody in ruin, then fuck you. And reparations, which is our debt, we built this bitch and we should be getting it already. It's owed to us, and everybody else has already gotten it. 9/11 victims, the Jews where the Holocaust didn't even take place here, the Japanese in the internment camps. It's endless. It's endless. So we ain't playing no games, and it's going to foundational Black Americans, free men, whatever thing that goes directly to mean us, those who were enslaved in America. So that's just what it is. That's just what it is, man. That's literally just what it is. So, I'm thankful, for real. I'm thankful, man. I'm thankful. I'm thankful for all of that. So it's just good. It's good to kind of, you know what I'm saying, get all of that out, because it's ridiculous. It should already be done. We shouldn't be going state by state. It should be federal down. It should be done automatically without no damn study. We already have all the studies. We already know how much. We already have all the records already, man. We already know who did what. We already have the secret relationship between blacks and Jews. We already have all these reparations books and pamphlets that our greats have already studied and already done. We already have Johnny Cochran already going into it and using that for a basis of having reparations. And then he was poisoned or whatever happened to him. He mysteriously died. But I already know, man. We already know the game. We already know. So you ain't finna play this study commission bullshit so you can then come to the conclusion of, oh yeah, y'all not getting it. Nah. And that's why it's important for us to cede away from both parties. We don't need to fuck with these fox-ass Democrats, and we don't need to fuck with these wolf-ass Republicans. As Malcolm said, we need to be the good shepherds and lead our fellow sheep to salvation, to the rightful passage or pastures, basically, if you want to use that sort of analogy. And that's us creating our own party and taking over and doing it, man. Creating our own party, taking over, and protecting our candidates, because you already know how the ruling class get down, man. You already know how they did JFK, how they did RFK, how they did FDR. If y'all don't know, he was poisoned. That's word to the Stalin telling FDR's son that's what happened. So you already know, and they end up getting Stalin as well. So this is how they get down. That's why it's important for us to protect ourselves, look out for ourselves, because these people aren't all that. Their propaganda is what gets us. Oh shit, damn! It's almost like when you're playing football. Before you play football, when it's that great team. Oh shit, they've been 19-0 for 85 years. Damn, they've never lost a game since you was 2 years old. And so before you even start the game, you're already, oh damn, this team is all gone. I can't even say hut without getting hit. Like, you already lost before you started. But if you stay focused on your shit, on your moves, who you are, your offense. Stop playing defense all the time. We've been playing defense, which is good, but it's time to get some offense. It's like chess. If you keep not making no move, it's time for you to make a move on offense, and you keep saying, oh, I pass. How you going to win? It's time to make some offensive moves and still protect ourselves defensively. That's where protection comes in. Organizations, providing for ourselves, changing our mindsets when it comes to one another, getting a inventory to see who we have, who's what, who already has the skills, because we probably already have everything we need already, but we just don't have it housed. It's not organized, it's not collectivized, so we can then put it into a collective strike to do what we need to do and protect ourselves and not be taken off guard when Trump wins in 2024 and creates a new Rehoboam state and starts executing niggas en masse. Or when Biden potentially wins again and does nothing for us, and it continues to dump immigrants to basically bury us under this new caste system state that they're trying to create on the left wing side. No. So, as you can see, man, I'm hyped, man. I'm hyped. It's like I'm spitting a verse. And you know how when Busta was doing that, I don't like Busta Rhymes, just to let you know that, and that coon shit he been doing, and that the FBA's didn't create hip hop bullshit. I don't fuck with that. But I like that, you know what I'm saying, look at me now verse when he was flowing so hard and he had to take a breath. That's how I feel right now. Boy, I'm spitting so much facts that I had to take a quick breath and gather myself again, because the shit is just too thorough, just too trill, too on point. So, like I said, back to the Epstein list. I want that shit exposed, boy, and I want the ass taken down. And for black people, we need reparations, we need anti-black crime, hate crime bill, and we get those things if we continue to organize and create our own parties nationwide and run our candidates locally, state, and federally and take over. Replace the Democrats as a vacuum. The Republican Party is already about to self-implode on itself. That's why it's broken up. That's why they couldn't even get a Speaker of the House for almost, what it took. It seemed like it took a year. What the fuck? It took them a year. They went through like 70 candidates. Jim Jordan, who co-signed and protected sex offenders and shit, and racist Steve Scalise, who's Duke. What is it? David Duke without the baggage. Come on, what the hell? They had all these assholes and dickheads, and now they got this new guy who used his adopted son as a damn black political token to basically be like, hey, look, I have a nigger, and look, that means I'm liberal, I'm radical, I'm cool. Basically like the Blind Side and shit. So it's just, I'm glad, bro, that we're hitting that 2024 energy right now, because that's what that means, abundance. And for those who don't know, that means infinity. We're about to take off. We're about to, like Buzz Lightyear said, to infinity and beyond that bit. You feel me? We're about to blast off. And they don't even know yet. They ain't even know it. If y'all know that song, I know the Z's. It's a little dated for the Z's, but you ain't even know it. So it's our time. We're that dark horse. We're that team that, you know what I'm saying, you only see coming. Like when Golden State beat the number one seed Dallas Mavericks, when Dirk won MVP, and Donnie Nelson ball came through and upset the number one seed, and we like the like when the Giants beat the Patriots when they was 18-0 and they had an all-God team with Tom Brady and Randy Moss and Wes Welker, Dante Stallworth and Ben Watson and Jabbar Gaffney and who they had, Lawrence Maroney in the backfield, and they had Matt Light blocking, and they all and what was it, Sebastian Telfair, and who else was? And then on defense they had Teddy Bruschi, Vince Wilfork, Richard Seymour, Mike Vrabel, Junior Seau, R.I.P. Richard Seymour, and I know they didn't have Ty Law, but I still throw him in there. Ty Law, Asante Samuel, Ellis Hobbs. Then they had Brandon Mayweather and Ronnie Harrison. They were loaded. That's all I'm putting. Top 5 defense, number 1 offense. Greatest team ever assembled, bar none. But that belief, and that was my team. My Giants were my team, boy. Back when we was 4-12, and before we got Eli. And then when we were 6-10 the first year with Eli, then that third year we went 11-5 with Eli. He lost to the Carolina Panthers with Steve Smith, went crazy that year and took over the NFL. And then in 2006, when we started out 6-2, and then everybody with the ball in, you know what I'm saying? When we're balling, when we kept doing that shit, and we in the year of 8-8 and lost to the Eagles, and everybody was trying to get Tom Coughlin's head. Then the following year we won the Super Bowl at 10-6, and we beat the Patriots. And the following year, well, we should have been the new dynasty in the league. Plaxico shoots himself, and our league we had to basically rebuild the whole team. When it was 10-1, we beat the 2 teams that wound up going to the Super Bowl, Cardinals and the fucking Pittsburgh Steelers. We would have beat both of them in the fucking playoffs if we would have seen them. And then the following year, we started off the year 5-0, and then we ended the year off, I think, 8-8. And then the year after that, we end up about to be in the thing, and then we got Miracle in the Meadowlands 2 by Deshaun Jackson, when we had a 31-14 or 31-10 or whatever it was, something crazy against Mike Vick. And then Mike Vick went crazy, and Deshaun Jackson closed the door on that. Then the following year, we went to the Super Bowl and beat the Patriots again. So as you can tell, and then Victor Cruz had a coming out year. As you can tell, I'm a real diehard Giants fan. I ain't one of these bandwagons. I just want to state the record clear on that. I'm a diehard. I'm on day one. But I want to state the record clear as to my point is, upsets happen. I've seen it. I've seen the worst become first. Happens every year. You put in that hard work, that dedication, and the universe rewards you. Facts. Straight facts, homie. Straight facts. And that's what we about to do. We've been putting in that hard work. We've been putting in that dedication, blood, sweat, tears. We have been wanting to be free since we got taken off of our natural state. Whether it's 500 years ago, 6,000 years ago, whatever. When we got taken off our natural state, Kemet was under siege worldwide. Because remember, Kemet was not just in Egypt. There was Kemets everywhere. That's why Memphis is called Memphis. That's why it's called Tut language here. So, if you know, you know. That's why there's pyramids everywhere in the world. Because Kemet was all over. We had African satellites, Kemetic satellites, states all over. The headquarters was, of course, in Egypt. And actually, Kemet is called Kemet. I'm not going to use the Greek word. I'm going to use Kemet. It was in Kemet, which is in Africa. It's not in fucking Sweden, as people like to say. That's word to Paul Mooney. So we're just going to tell the truth and shame the devil. Oh, yeah, I had to do one of these. You can't see me. That's where the Angel Reese, for them trying to make that Becky girl who did this dumb ass shit. Let me do hers. Where Angel Reese did the same thing. She was stuck. And they gave her Outstanding Player of the Year, had her share that honor with Angel Reese, which is an insult. They're like, oh yeah, y'all got us on the White House thing. Let's hit you with another fork in the road, hit you with another whammy bammy. So, and then her racist ass white coach always trying to disrespect and disrupt her shit. You could tell that's white supremacy 101. She mad that the black girl is standing out. You know, Becky can't stand uh, La, Larissa, LaQuisha. You already know, man. You already know. You already know. Remember, uh, prior to the 1960 remix of feminism, the most dangerous person to the black woman was the white woman. Even back in slavery, she used to hate y'all horribly. That's just another memo. So everything y'all ingesting her manifesto, the white women's lib movement, is a co-op. Means to put just like chess. When you get to the other side, you get to get your piece back, quote unquote. So it's like them taking two. If y'all ever play chess, it's like taking two queens and putting them on the white side of the board. So not only are you taking off one half of your army, and then you're joining up with the other side, knowingly or unknowingly, because whether or not you know it or not, Becky, she's still playing white supremacy. Whether or not she's directly with her man in lockstep or indirectly with him, she's not disrupting his status on the white supremacist hierarchy and regime. They're right in line, but they understand how you can use different factions, different tactics to take down the entire nation group. But y'all just think it's they having your back. Y'all think it's sisters in the struggle, and it's bullshit because since forever, all of our women have already manifested and ingested that poison. I just watched Catfish the other day. I went back in time and watched Catfish earlier today, and out of nowhere, the black girl just all cute was like, "Yeah, that's the problem with the men. The men's doing all this." And then when Neve pointed out, "I got catfished by a girl." Well, that's the problem. It's a girl. No, I mean catfished by a 40-year-old woman. Then the black girl was like, "Oh shit, damn, oh shit." Just right on cue. It's like you already been indoctrinated with the apparatus. All they need to do is just activate the chip, and it goes online just out of nowhere. It's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. It needs to stop. There needs to be a antidote to the poison of the white female slave masters, co-op, CIA, Gloria Steinem agenda that has infected our women en masse, and get back to a family dynamic, a black dynamic first. Nothing else besides that. And that's real. So I'm glad I got to speak on this because I really feel like it was important. I'm glad. And just ending off one more time with the Eminem thing. Eminem is overrated. So many better rappers than him, then and now. Eminem don't got it, man. He just gets overhyped because he's a white boy who can rap a little bit. But he ain't putting no bangers together. There's no legendary songs that people are fucking with in and out. He could play a million black songs before you even get to the Eminem song. For real, then and now. That's real. That's real. And that's no bias. And that's why I'm 100% with Umar on that. And I'm glad that he spoke on that shit. And I'm glad that that whole interview was made because it needs to break through this bed buck mentality, this need to be intersectional with either bed bucking or bed wenching. Because the females will be like, "Yeah, that's right, black man. You gotta stop fucking with Becky." But yeah, you'll go along with the white boy. And you try to hide your hand and shit by keeping your finger wagged at the black man. Well, it's a disrespectful and a easy trope to see, man. And it's decadent because the modern women's movement, which actually started in 2015, only came about as a co-op when Michael Brown got killed. So you're basically going along with the co-oping agenda that happened 8 years ago that was meant to break up the unity that was happening at Ferguson when black men, women, and kids were unified against white supremacist terrorism. And yet, instead of fighting that and being like, "No, you ain't finna separate us. You ain't finna you go or girl us. You ain't finna black female magic us to death, and then try to make our men take all this decadent death and destruction, which will then be feasted upon by us." You went along with this shit. Y'all played this game. And y'all been bamboozled, and it showed itself again in 2020 during the George Floyd uprising, because when it was time, And for the first month, like men, women, and kids. But then all they needed to do was hit you with the Megan Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez bullshit, Will Smith and Jada bullshit, and they all jumped on that shit. And that was the ruling class testing to see who's on board, who's on Team Whitey, or who's on the meiotic, comedic Team Justice. And a lot of our women showed their hand, unfortunately, man, unfortunately. And it's time. It's gonna be shown one more time again in 2024 and beyond. And this time, this will be for your life. I'm just being honest. We gotta tell her what it is. The white people ain't playing this game. The left wing is about to be taken down by the right wing of white supremacy because they understand that they're in survival mode. They're in negative birth rate. They're about to be out of here in 50 years. So now they're like, hold up, we gotta circle the wagons and shit. So they have to get under one accord. And that's what's about to happen. And that left wing has been holding y'all up for the last 50, 60 years, and it's been giving you little tokens of little trinkets of reward for doing the masses bidding. Just like in Django, when Big Fred in the Mandingo fighting killed that other black man. What they say? You get him a tall beard and get a pony to lick his paw, and he's like, "Here you go, boy. You enjoy that now." And he dropped that bill. Yes, sir. Now it's been flipped. Now, Becky and Brad are giving our women that what's a little drink? A little Alizé and a little Chardonnay and a little hookah, and they'll be like, there you go. Aunt Jemima, there you go, Jezebel. You enjoy that now? Yeah. Or they're tipping you money as if you are nothing but a stripper, and you're like, oh hell yeah, it's all about that money. But there's going to come a time when your life is going to be on the line, and you've been ingesting the poison of white supremacy, and it's going to poison you to death. Not just poisoning your man or what you think is. It's poisoning you at the same time. You pointing the finger constantly at the men. Black man. Black man ain't shit. The black boys ain't shit. The black grandpa ain't shit. The black the man. You keep pointing your finger at that, it's going to lead to ruin. It's going to lead to your own ruin. Now, let me flip that again. So our men now getting divided up by the Kevin Samuels bullshit. I understand that the bully in this situation is the white woman's lib movement. That's the number one thing. But now it's not time for you to play the bully game back. We need healing. We need to understand the game, and we need not to get bamboozled as well. And that's real. Don't play that game. Isn't honest to tell the truth and shit like that? Hey, this is out of hand. You get co-opted. This energy is going to ruin you in the end. Hell yeah, you tell the fucking truth. But don't become poison too, because you'll suffer that same fate. Your life will be on the line, and you'll need that sister. You'll need that help. You'll need the family. The men need the women need the men. And as such, the kids need both of us together, strong, unified, as a family, taking over. That's why our enemies work so hard to divide us. Let's not make it easy for them. Let's heal. 2024 is healing and prosperity for those who are righteous. It's time for our black men and women to be righteous, organize, and take over. And don't allow any more division, any more poison to seep through. We got the antidote. Time to antidote ourselves. Antidote ourselves and then antidote each other. Shield each other, protect each other, fight for each other, and we'll win. And as Dr. Khalid Muhammad said, the fight is for the hearts and minds of our people. Now is that time. So I'm going to end it off like that. And thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Man, send this off to everybody, man. For real, because this is the truth. And nobody else is bringing it like that. Nobody else is talking like me, flowing like me, with the innovation and ingenuity like me right now. For real. Nobody's doing that. Nobody else is speaking that we will do it talk. They're all pessimistic. Oh, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure. The niggers suck. All that the whack shit. I'm the one telling you we will do it. It's time to do it now. It's time to stand up. It's time to be out there. So, like I said, like, share, subscribe, and pass this message on, man. Pass it along.